Hello, folks, and happy St. Patrick's Day to you here on the Ray Smiley Show. We have a lot of interesting stuff going on around the country today. None of it is really good news. For example, have the collision between a Russian jet and an American drone, putting the American drone in the Black Sea. This was in international airspace. And of course, the liberals are saying, oh, it might be an accident. Meanwhile, the Russians are trying to recover the drone because they saw what Joe did about the Chinese spy balloon. Now, being that is the case, we're wondering, there any ICBMs going to be flying around? We might have one around here. You never know. I'll bring that up in a minute. Joe Biden has had the Irish Prime Minister over, I guess, today because it's St. Patrick's Day, and Biden claims to be Irish, but he says he's not dumb Irish. I assure you, he is not dumb Irish. He's demented dumb Irish. So, anyhow, we talk about ICBMs, folks. And here we have, I hope people are watching, this is going to be an ICBM here. Let me just get this going here. 30 seconds. I'm trying to get any viewers. So yeah, no, I mean, in the light of, this potentially, now any other president would have called this an act of war. This is a Guinness. It is St. Patrick's Day. We need to do this. But Joe Biden and his administration, not so much. Now, to pour the perfect Guinness here, you have to slowly get it upon the glass and then kind of let it rise up a bit. It's a nice head. And we're probably going to stop at this. A little twirl onto it there. Well, maybe a little more. Okay, so we have this. Our Guinness, lightly poured here. Right about that. Now we're talking, indeed to you, Marco. Now we're talking about an intercontinental ballistic missile. But you know what else an ICBM stands for? For any of you living in Rio Linda, which is a Rush-ism, it also stands for an Irish carball. Yes, indeed. And how do we make an Irish carball? Well, we have our Guinness, we have our Baileys. We add our little bit of Baileys, because I'm old Greg. I like to drink Baileys out of a shoe. Put a little bit of Baileys on there. Yes, I'm old Greg. And then we have that together. And, it's been a rough day. Car broke down. Had to get it towed. Cost me $125 fucking dollars. Probably would have been about $75 if we didn't have this crypt-keeping idiot as president of the United States and potential nuclear war going on with Russia. But you know what? Fuck it. And that is how you do St. Patrick's Day. Right there, folks. That's how it is. Maybe wash her down with a little more Guinness. It's been about 3 hours since I did one of those. Actually, before that, it had been about 5 or 6 years. So anyhow, all this going on, Kamala Harris goes on Colbert talking about, we're going to have electric yellow school buses. Oh my God, they're going to be so great. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus? That's my best impersonation of the Kamala Harris laugh. And other news, Vladimir Putin has an international arrest warrant issued for him. Yes, I'm pretty sure you've heard about this. This is from K News. On Friday, the International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants for Russian President Vladimir Putin and Maria Alexeyevna Lvova-Belova, the Commissioner for Child Rights Office and Office of the President of the Russian Federation. The charges, namely war crimes, are in relation to their alleged involvement in the abduction of children from Ukraine. It is forbidden by international law for occupied powers to transfer civilians from the territory they live in to other territories. Children endure special protection under the Geneva Convention, said the ICC president, Judge Piotr Hosmansky. Warrants come after a year-long progress of gathering evidence from a variety of sources. Now, let me tell you this, folks. Do you think that's going to do a damn thing? Just like, well, I'm Joe Biden, and I'm going to put sanctions on that guy. He's a sick killer. Joe, take one to know one. And, of course, now, here's another one, folks. This is a good one that I really need to point out because these Irish car bombs give me some energy. What is, just going to put this out there, what is, example here, what was the big Democrat take during the 2016 election? Oh my God, it's the Russians. They're buddies with Trump. We got to take down the Russians because they got Trump elected. But what happened later on? Now, we don't want to touch the Russians. It could be a nuclear war. But you wanted to take them down a few years ago, right? Now they're actually causing problems. You don't want to do any of that? Just seems like a case of hypocrisy, so to speak. We don't want to trigger him. We're not worried, but we don't want to trigger him. Well, what is it? I've said many times on this show, leave and let alone. Don't get involved in this crap. We can't afford to take care of our damn old people, and we're sending $1 billion a year to Ukraine. Oh, minus all the military equipment that Crypt Keeper Joe left behind in Afghanistan, which, of course, got taken by China or Russia and sent to Iran. Like, we all didn't know that was going to happen, folks. Come on, man. This guy a Johnny? That's how he said it. He didn't say junkie. He said Johnny. Hunter Biden also has been dealing with some issues of his own. More things are coming out on him. You know, like, I don't know, tax things. Things he did, porking the widow of his brother. The daughter that he claims isn't his, that they wouldn't even have her stocking on the White House mantelpiece. What a great guy, huh? But no more Trump tweets. No more Trump tweets. Oh, man, I'd rather have this demented idiot in the White House that doesn't know what the hell day it is than see a damn Trump tweet. Well, let me ask you folks a question. For any of you that have a 401k or any money invested in any of these things, what did your shit look like in, well, we can't really count. We'll say, what did your shit look like in February 2020? I'm willing to bet a hell of a lot better than it did now. Just saying. But no more Trump tweets, right? Many people have lost thousands and thousands of dollars in their retirement accounts. But no more Trump tweets. You see? That's the way it goes. All they care about is social justice. Hell, in Chicago, Lori Lightfoot was called out the other day. People were calling out crime left and right.
Get the hell out of here. I look like an old, disgusting crow and no one wants to deal with, but you guys are just trolls and you're racist.
We had that to deal with too. But nevertheless, no more Trump tweets. Meanwhile, they're attacking Ron DeSantis for the. And I'm going to jump on this bandwagon. I'm actually going to jump on this bandwagon. I don't agree with the 6-week abortion ban. In fact, I have said many times that Republicans that want a ban on abortion need to stuff a sock in their damn mouth. Because guess what? Guess who has to pay for those children? For those lazy people that, I'm not even going to say lazy people, they're those people that are raped and probably live in lower income communities, can't afford to raise a kid, but you have some crazy right wingers that don't want exceptions for rape or incest. I've always been pro-choice. It makes no sense. The Republicans want to cut welfare, and which I'm fine with. Cut it. Make some people go out and work. Democrats want universal basic income. The Democrats want to give, now there's a lot of fine print to this, the Democrats in San Francisco want to give $5 million a head for black folks, being if they can trace their way back. Although there were never any slaves in California to begin with. It's basically, trying to think of a way to put it, it's basically a way to put racial justice, saying we're for it, but you can't get it, but hey, vote for us. You can't fix stupid, as Ron White always says. And what you have going on here is complete stupid. I mean, let's be real, folks. The amount of money that it takes, and this goes as well for the Republicans, the pro-life crowd, listen, if you're going to be that way, you better fund free birth control, because guess what? If that woman has that kid and she doesn't want to work, she decides she doesn't want to work, you got to pay for that kid. Oh, no, you don't have to pay for that kid. We, the taxpayers, have to pay for that kid for 18 years. And the Republicans are against that. That is why I find Republicans that are 100% anti-abortion to be a little bit cuckoo, because they're like the Democrats in that statement. 2 + 2 = 5. That is why I will not be voting for Ron DeSantis in the Republican primary. I will be casting my vote for Donald Trump. Kiss my ass. I will not vote for Nikki Haley. I would never vote for her. She took the Confederate flag down from South Carolina. She won't win any southern states because of that. And if she does, they're a bunch of idiots. So that's what we have here. We have a bunch of, and again, if the Republicans keep on that a 6-week abortion ban, listen, the 15-week thing I can kind of understand with. You're knocked up after 15 weeks. If someone missed a birth control pill or two, they might not know they're knocked up until after those 6 weeks. And we're stuck, us taxpayers, having to pay for that. The birthing and the welfare and everything else. But Republicans are about cutting taxes. That is why I say to all my fellow Republicans, this pro-life shit is an oxymoron. Sure, we can say it, but it doesn't work that way, especially considering that in a lot of these states, Florida and Texas in particular, we have a ton of low-income immigrants, many of them illegal. Let them get the abortion. And God this, God that, whatever. Our country's bankrupt as it is, and it's only going to get worse. And we simply can't afford it. And about cackling Tommy Harris with the school buses and the Joe Biden and the Irish guy and this, that, and the other thing. This is going to be a short show because it's been a long day for me and there's nobody currently watching it. Anyway, you have to take these things into account, folks. You have to take these things into account. These things are always a pain in the ass because you have to redo it a second time. Finish off the show anyway. Yes, we will be finishing this show off earlier than usual tonight because, like I said, I just not really feeling it. I don't have a lot of prep. And of course, after I finish it, I will realize there were a lot of things that I wanted to say that I did not say. But lo and behold, these are the way things work. Oh, the eating of the bugs. Yes, there was a middle school student, I believe it was in Utah. She was on Tucker Carlson with, was it Tucker? No, she was on Jesse Waters with her mother last night. She had basically put in an opinion that, stand by, folks, I'll do that in 1 second. I gotta freshen up here. Give me 1 second here. Hold on a second. You know what? Let us just we can use a quick little tidbit of some information here. Let me see here. What do we have here? Let's see. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. Okay, here we go. Yo, folks, give me 1 second. We'll close that show. Fake news. Hold on a second. Oh, I hear you. It's not St. Patrick's Day without the proper guard here. So, this is the. Oh, yes, what about Greta Thunberg? That's another one. What's his name? Tucker Carlson. We could call him Tucker Carlson. As of late, he does piss a lot of people off. But he pointed out with the whole climate change thing, Al Gore said we'd be underwater by 2013. There would be no polar. No, he didn't say that. He said there would be no polar ice caps by 2013. He's not really a scientist. Although I will say, along the side of the Al Gore thing, that, well, Greta Thunberg is 20 years old. Let's go back 20 years. 2003? I believe after Al Gore lost the 2000 election, he may not have lost. I'm pretty sure YouTube wouldn't kick me for saying that Al Gore didn't lose the 2000 election, but I'm pretty sure YouTube would kick me for saying Trump won the 2020 election. Would they not? They probably will after this video because that's how their algorithms work. But after Al Gore lost, but may have won the 2000 election. I believe he went on a sabbatical around Europe, doing some Bill Clinton things, fooling around on Tipper, his inorgasmic woman of a wife. And thenceforth, boom, Greta Thunberg, well, blah, 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 blah. And then they all ran about climate change. And this is how you got this commie Harris doing this, that, and the other thing. Joe Biden spending all this, well, we're going to have $1 trillion of money for the climate by the end of this term. Isn't it great? We don't have a fucking $1 trillion at all. We're negative $30 trillion. And you want to spend money on electric buses to take kids to school. Guess what? It costs more to charge and fix those electric buses than it does a diesel one. But remember, folks, to the Democrats, and again, the anti-abortion Republicans, 2 plus 2 will always equal 5. But guess what? It doesn't. It will always equal 4. Happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We will catch you next week. And if the left gets you down, just do one of them things that I just did. Chug side.